We're very, very excited to have you all here today. And I want to thank the Bruce Museum for hosting this event with us. We are really excited to have two wonderful speakers here today. We have Sabrina Horn, who is the CEO and president of the Horn Group, which is a PR and marketing firm in New York City, San Francisco, and she is a fabulous speaker. And we've got Ari Helper, who's the executive creative director of Gray Adverting.
Thank you. So the thesis of today being what works and what doesn't in advertising is definitely something that's going to take a lot longer than an hour to discuss. So I'm going to distill it down to one small segment of that conversation, which is what worked once upon a time and what works now. And virtually everything has changed in the advertising industry. So by 2010, now everybody's on Facebook, everybody's on Twitter, LinkedIn has emerged as a player. Social media is more important than ever before. Digital tactics, PR now starting to play a massive, massive role, especially in things like this. So now we're expected to do everything. Every single media channel you could possibly be in, you're expected to have these fully robust integrated campaigns that get your message out in a seamless fashion and not miss a beat on any of them. But the good news is there's one thing that will always work. So what worked, a TV commercial these days doesn't work anymore, just by itself. Virtually 90% of the time, almost everyone wants something else. At the very least, if you do just run a TV commercial, at the very least, it's going to wind up on YouTube and YouTube social media. So you've kind of almost instantaneously have become at least mini integrated by being digital and on social media, just like that. But the one thing to take heart in is that there's four things that I think will always work. And it's a common denominator between these two, and that is great ideas. Great ideas are never going to go away. It doesn't matter that the digital medium is becoming so complicated and it's constantly changing and innovating. Still starts with an idea, and great ideas will always win. Another one is that you got to keep it simple. One message, very clear. Don't try to cram too much in. Say what the consumers want to hear as opposed to what you want to say. That to me is one of the biggest mistakes that almost all advertisers and agencies make as well, is that they're too focused on the message that they're trying to put out there as opposed to thinking about, okay, what's going to get through to the consumer. That's all I've got to say about that. I'm going to turn it over to Sabrina.
Well, thank you to Westfair Communications and the Bruce Museum for having us speak. Background here. So Horn is a digital communications agency, but we started off as a PR agency 22 years ago in Silicon Valley doing high-tech PR, publicity, and that was it. And over the course of time, we've, by necessity, and to stay competitive, and just to offer more stuff on the shelf, evolved to doing more social media and interactive services. The clients that we work with are real geeky, techie little companies in the digital media space, particularly in New York, ad tech companies, mobile application providers, video infrastructure companies. We also work with a lot of enterprise software companies, big ones. In the past, like right now, PeopleSoft, which was our founding client and was sold to Oracle for billions of dollars. And we also work with some consumer internet companies. But the basic premise is they're all based on technology. And today, if you're not a technology company, you need to become one. So that's what we focus on, is using technology as the platform for